think their composition is going to work out. Now, as I ask every stream, I do prefer it if you what's it called, join the IRC chat and talk to me. So yeah, please do join the IRC chat, talk to me, ask, you know, you can ask questions, you can say what your opinions are on the team comps and how each team's going to turn out. It's always good to see. Now, as the viewers have just jumped up a lot, I'll explain to the new ones. This is the Xmas tournament for the website ESL. It's just a special, obviously it's just a special tournament for Christmas. There is 6 rounds, and currently this is the semi-finals, placing it in the 4th round. Team Apex go on to win this game. They'll be playing one more game after this, which will, if they win, declare them the winner for this tournament. And then that'll be that for this tournament. Now, right now we've got Ramos, Rumble, Vayne for bans on the Team Apex's side, and then Cogmore, Cassidy and Graves for :3. Tom Rex, if you just actually I just now it does seem like :3 has gone for picks, not picks, bans directed straight at the AD carry. So we're gonna have to see how that one works out for him. So we have got 3 AD carries actually being banned in total from both teams. Now, as you can see, we've got the first picks there from both teams. We've got Sona for Team Apex, obviously running support, and then Carthus Morgana for :3. Now it looks like we're going to be getting a Nivea mid, as the previous games, when they had a Nivea mid pretty much every single game, and the Nivea was decimating and pretty much running through their team with the amount of burst she gave. And also she did land some amazing walls. I've got to say, that wall of ice, they did land some pretty nice ones. Now we've got Maokai there being picked. I didn't actually realise till now, but they've got some. There's a guy there called Gamed Glucosa. I've never actually seen him before playing for Team Apex, so I'll have to see how good he is and how well they all cooperate. Obviously, they've played, you know, games before, practiced, all the usual stuff. Okay, so it seems like he's actually helping out Team Apex. I'm not too sure why, but we'll be able to find out. And it looks like, yep, :3, they're going for Misfortune and the Blitzcrank. So if we've got a Blitzcrank for support, he does a lot of people. So it seems Gamed is actually being played in place of Compito Red Snow. It just seems he's got some personal problems. And as you all know, personal problems do take over everything else. And then we've finally got the full team pick there from Team Apex. There's Sona support, Anivia mid, Maokai most likely in the jungle. We've got Galio going up top, and Sivir is the AD carry. Now it looks like sorry about that, my brother just came in giving Christmas cards as it is nearly Christmas. Everyone cheer for me, yeah! You probably can't cheer and I will not hear you if you do cheer, so please don't cheer, it'll be quite scary. And it looks like we're going to get Lee Sin in the jungle. Now Lee Sin's early ganks are scary in all honest opinion, so we'll have to see how Team Apex copes with that. Now, as you do know, we do have a 3-minute delay on spectating to stop anyone actually cheating and giving foresight for the team they choose. So as we now actually know, we've got Morgana for Curlon Ferry going up top, so we're gonna have, I'm guessing she's going top. There we go, yeah, so it looks like we've got Morgana top versus Galio, Anivia mid versus Karthus, Lee Sin versus Maokai in the jungle, and then we've got Sivir, Sona versus Blitz and Misfortune. Both the AD carries there running heal, but we've got Blitzcrank with exhaust. We're gonna have to see how that one actually works. For the bottom lane, I mean, exhaust comes in and you probably most likely will have someone dead. Now, when the viewers go up again, I'll re-explain everything, explain what's going on, what's happened in previous games and what tournament this is for, even though most of you will probably know. Now I will give a heads up to the new viewers who haven't watched the stream before. My graphics card on my PC sucks ass, so in team fights it actually, in team fights it will drop some FPS randomly, and it will even do it throughout the game. I'm not sure why it started to do it, but it's only started to do it recently. I've actually no clue why. It's severely annoying, but I am getting a new graphics card for Christmas with a power supply unit. So when I get that, I'll be cheering, even though it costs a lot for it. But that's why I've had to wait all year, because of the amount it costs. So as we are actually almost now finished with the delay, we will all be seeing the game starting very shortly. And here we go, the last 10 seconds now counting down finally. It's severely boring when you're sat here Waiting for that 3 minutes to go. And here we go into the game. Now, as I said many times before, this is the semi-finals, so both teams will, well, they'll obviously both be trying as hard as they can, but because this is semi-finals, Apex has played a lot of games, well, I say a lot, a few at least, against Colon 3. I'll have to say all the games, that they've played is extremely painful, because both teams are extremely well played. So let's see how that one turns out. As I didn't say, I've actually forgot to mention about the AoE ults right now. We've got 4 Team Apex, we've got Galio's Taunt, we've got Anivia's Glacial Storm, we've got Sona's ultimate, and then we've got Maokai's, which is of course some form of channel. The longer it's down, the more damage it does when he releases it. And Siva does have that amazing team ultimate, which gives increased speed and attack speed, I think it is. But for Team Colon 3, we do have Blitzcrank's Blitzcrank sorry, Silence. We've got Misfortune's ultimate, Morgana's ultimate, and then Karthus, of course, with the global ulti. Now I'm going to say, I think Karthus' ulti is actually quite dependent on when he uses it. I mean, you can use it at the start of a fight. It's literally, as everyone on Team Colon 3 initiates, if a Karthus ult comes in, that can be extremely dangerous straight off the bat for Team Apex. But obviously we'll see how it turns out. As we are now seeing everyone buying their usual items. I like to point out this is pretty much the standard build every time for both teams and everyone else. We're seeing a lot of pings coming down from both teams, and it looks like we've got Colon 3 actually probably going to attempt to go for the raves of Apex's jungle. We're actually gonna, it looks like they're going for an invade on Apex's jungle. No, realised that they're actually at the other side. Now, depending on what skill, of course, he's got his rocket grab for his first skill, so if Blitzcrank actually does land his Q, it could actually mean a very early first blood. Now, normally Maokai does put down a few saplings in the raves and then runs up to blue, but due to the fact that Colon 3 has actually taken both his blues, his saplings, he can't now do it. There we go. And it looks like, Misfortune and Blitzcrank there attempting to steal their golems. Actually now taking them, and there's the first hook on Siva. Now that is actually, no, Siva's actually going to stay on lane and wait it out. With Sona's heal, she should be fine. We've got Lee Sin level 2 already, but without any of his buffs. We're going to have to... Ooh, sorry, I didn't realise you can actually ping. It looks like Galio is going to be caught out straight away. Now that looks like it could be first blood. Nope, not quite. If Morgana actually landed her spellbind onto Galio, that could have been first blood straight away. I'm quite surprised that Lee Sin didn't actually start a red buff. Not sure why. We've got Blitzcrank being harassed quite a lot there. But Siva as well on extremely low HP right now. bearing in mind that Misfortune does have a Doran's blade instead of boots, but due to her passive she doesn't actually need boots to start with. And as you know, we do have Karthus mid versus Anivia. It looks like Maokai is coming down bottom for a gank. Yeah, and purple team didn't actually have a ward up in the right area there. Now it looks like we're going to get a route straight on to Blitzcrank and a critical, giving Siva the first kill of the semi-finals. Very well played there, and it's a shame that he didn't actually ward the right area. He warded the tri-bush and in there. If he'd warded up here, that would have been an avoided death. Oh, my mouse being a bit rude. And as you do know, Galio's passive does allow him to stack magic resistance to give him ability power. Now that's gonna hurt. I reckon it actually might hurt Morgana quite a lot up top. Both solo tops obviously run. Sorry, not. Both solo tops run in teleport. I can't even think of what the summoner spell was called then. So we're going to have to see how team fights at Drake turn out. Now it looks like Maokai was going in for a gank there. Being chased by a sapling is always interesting to watch. Now bottom we've got Siva on 21 CS and actually no health pots left now. And just expecting the hook there from Blitzcrank and actually using a spell shield to get the mana back. Extremely handy for an AD carry because you do tend to run out. As long as you can predict when they're going to use it, it's pretty easy. Now it looks like we've got Maokai coming in for a gank again. Is he going to get seen? It looks like he's going to get seen by Blintz. In comes the root. Now that is probably going to be another dead Blitzcrank right now, and it is. Second kill there by Maokai with his sapling. Only just, but due to Sona's passive, when she gets 3 stacks, when she uses a when she uses a spell 3 times, she does get an additional bonus when she's using it. And of course the activation for her E, which is the one that gives speed, slows the target for 40%. I actually seen Galio having to retreat quite early. Morgana just still sat there, quite happy actually. And then we've got the first blue buff given to Karthus. Now as you know, Lee Sin doesn't need blue buff, so now he's gonna spam away. And as we've now got Blitzcrank re-warding the tri-bush and still actually not warding this area. I mean, he's been ganked twice there now. You would have thought he would have learnt, but it doesn't look like he is. Seen Anivia go back actually, and Cav still sat in lane with all his health pots. He's going to be start to become dangerous. Now he's level 6 actually, and it looks like we had Maokai going top. Morgana popping a flash just to get out. Now she's going to have to retreat. Now that's going to give Galio just a free bit of farming without any harassment. Unless of course Lee Sin decides to go in and screw with him. I've got Blitzcrank actually only level 3, while Sona's level 4. We've got Siva level 5 and Misfortune only level 4. So right now them being pushed out of lane is actually affecting them. Seen Lee Sin going up top there, but not actually doing much. Team Apex did ward that tri-bush, so that is going to help Galio quite a lot, since a lot of people who come for ganks do tend to come from this bush or this area, or as it is now, they go in through the lane when their team has pushed it. It looks right now Lee Sin is just clearing the jungle. I haven't seen much ganks from him yet. I'm actually quite sure he hasn't ganked. Oh no, he ganked first, ganked top, and then actually went back into the jungle, and hasn't actually ganked yet. As we can see, Colon 3 has actually put a ward there next to their race, and now they can tell where the jungle is. Actually, it does look like we're going to have a gank down bottom with Lee Sin. Now, as I said before, if they do push that lane, you can sneak into these bushes, depending of course how far they push them. But it looks like Maokai is going to give Siva red. Now that is going to be extremely painful for the bottom lane as soon as Siva goes straight in for harassment. Now it looks like Morgana's coming down for a gank on Anivia. Now, there we go, there's the wall. Obviously, with having a ward there, they do know when they're coming down for a gank, and Galio looks like he's going to set up just to try and counter her. As Galio does stack his magic resistance, he won't be taking a lot of damage. Down bottom, it looks like we've got Maokai set up in that bush there. Now, if the clairvoyant, there we go, they know he's there. In comes the taunt flash straight onto Miss Fortune there, but not doing much. Blitzcrank actually just dropping like a fly, even through his mana shield. His early game mana shield doesn't actually give him much defense. Oh, it's a perfect route there, even though Miss Fortune actually did flash out of range. It still follows through, as you may have seen many times. Now Siva bottom with 1 kill, we've got Maokai on 2 kills, and that is helping his jungle right now. As you can tell the item difference, he does have a Philosopher's Stone, Heart of Gold, compared to Lee Sin's Vamp Sept and Boots. We're actually seeing a Sonar ult coming in there on Miss Fortune. Miss Fortune looks like she's just going to fall. In comes the ultimate there from Carver's, just picking up Sonar. Now it looks like Blitzcrank is a bit angry. He's going to try and go for it, but not been able to catch her just quite. Now Galio falling extremely low up top against Morgana. Now we're going to see Anivia. It looks like she's going to get ganked here from Lee Sin from behind. Being caught, but Maokai in the area, just helping her route straight onto Lee Sin to protect Anivia. I'm pushing them back, and it looks like we're actually getting a teleport there from Galio. And a very delayed E there from Anivia. Now Galio is going to retreat back, and it looks like he's going to go B. Now that was perfectly played there by Maokai. It could have been a very dead Anivia if he wasn't actually in the area. Now it looks like Morgana's coming down for a gank. No, she's actually going to take the blue. Instead of Karthus, she's going for it. I mean, Karthus right now does have a Rod of Ages. Does have that extra kill on Anivia, so that just gave him that extra bit more money. Now it looks like Lee Sin's actually going to come down for another gank. It seems actually like he did take the blue instead of Morgana. So he's just spent all that time running down just to not get that blue buff. Ouch. Now we do have 3 people bottom on both teams, and it looks like Maokai's going straight in for there. In comes the MF ultimate, but not dealing any damage at all, with her being in the ultimate of Maokai there. And it looks like Siva could go down, but she looks like she wants to take... There we go, she does take Blitzcrank and managing to get away with Sonar's ult, stopping Miss Fortune and Lee Sin from following. So right now, and actually we're seeing up top a lot of action. We're seeing Galio under Morgana's tower just going, yeah, you're not doing much to me. I'm just going to sit here. Now bottom is actually being heavily harassed right now. Maokai coming in for some great ganks right now. It looks like Lee Sin still sat there. With them both low on mana, they can't actually respond very well. So in mid we've got a Nivea 106 CS, Karthus 104. His ultimate is up as well. And we've seen the first blue beam taken by Nivea there. Now we've got top Gallia 95, Morgana 83 CS. It just seems like Gallia's is having a bit of a party time up top. Now bottom lane we've got Siva on 90 CS, we've got Misfortune on 82. And both with pretty much the same items right now, so even though Siva does have those extra 3 kills, it doesn't seem like she's in that much of a lead with gold, due to her stacking Doran's Blade and actually finishing a Berserker Greaves. Actually, Karthus being pushed right behind his tower there by Nivea. Her burst damage is pretty spectacular, I've got to add that. Karthus just deciding, oh, I can stay a bit longer now Lee Sin's coming down. But it looks like Nivea's actually just gonna walk away from it. No problem. So right now we do have 5 kills on Team Apex. And 1 for Colon 3. We've got Maokai actually back in that bush. It looks like they're actually going to go for it again. He's Sona's ult up. Sona's ult is up, so they could be very, very bad right now for Misfortune. And it looks like the route's going straight, and in comes the ultimate from everyone there. And that is going to be one dead MF, even with the heal. And they're now actually going to go follow for Blitzcrank. And straight over the wall with the flash and getting a critical on Blitz to kill him. Now it looks like they're actually going to go for Drake uncontested. Yet we've got Morgana top, and she can't do much single-handedly against 4 players. So that is a free Drake there for Team Apex, bringing the gold into the lead now with 5k ahead. Playing extremely well this early game. And now Cena Wriggler's been finished on Lee Sin. And it looks like Morgana's almost finished her Rod of Ages. And we've got the bottom tower there falling to Colon 3. Now, as I have said before, Team Apex, when they've played Colon 3, have had some hard times playing them, but it looks like this time Team Apex is absolutely decimating them. We've got MF there blowing her ultimate just to get that nice amount of CS there, clearing the creep wave. As they do have a tower down on the bottom lane, they're going to have to be extremely careful when moving about now past the river. Can see now they're actually just resorting to using the jungle to farm, and then Nivea there just harassing Karthus, and it looks like Blitzcrank's coming in for a hook, and Nivea just walking around him and dodging that hook from the brush there. It looks like Maokai's coming in now onto Blitzcrank. That is going to be another dead Blitzcrank right now, being cut out there by Maokai. And it looks like Siva is just going to go straight for MF, and it looks like she's going to continue even under her tower, taking her with ease. And now we've got Lee Sin coming in, using his ultimate to kick her into the tower. It's not going to do much. We've got Sona ult coming in there, and Siva taking up the second kill. Oh, that was just timing. Siva just keeping him busy long enough for Sona to flash ult in. And as Math said in the IRC, it is looking like GG right now. I mean, 7k gold lead in 18 minutes with pretty much 2 towers. Actually 3 towers, yeah. Almost 3 towers, should I say. And the middle one looks like it's actually just being chipped away. Now we've got Galio taking up the top tower and the middle tower in middle, the second middle tower in middle being dropped. Right now, that global gold is raking in for Team Apex. That was 2 towers, that's 300 gold global. Now Galio being chased down by Morgana. She's seriously determined right now to get that. Galio and just dodging a Q there while losing his airstream, as I like to call it. And it looks like Lee Sin's coming in, but they did have a ping on him. We've got a Nivea coming in as well, so it looks like she's going straight for him, but Lee Sin having to go out with his W. I mean, it looks like Galio's going in for the ultimate, and Nivea focusing straight onto Morgana and dropping like a fly there. In comes the wall from Nivea. This could be another dead Lee Sin. No, actually using your W to get out, and Nivea just getting away there, flashing over the wall. Barely any HP right now. You have to bear in mind, Karthus can't use his ulti to pick up the kill on Nivea. She'll just be put into a passive. Now it looks like Nivea's going to play a bit dangerous here, going for Karthus, but she knows he can do it. Or he knows, I don't really know what Karthus. Still got MF actually being killed by Sivir at bottom there. It looks like she's also going for Blitzcrank. And Karthus on extremely low HP right now. Is he just actually dodging? There we go. Galio picking up the kill. It's the second tower on bot lane falling. Karthus doing what he can from his zombie. That's Mayokai going down, but there is the Sonar ultimate blocking Lee Sin and Morgana from getting him. And Sivir actually in their base just chilling. And that is almost another tower down for the bottom lane. And it looks like she's just going to sit and tank it, only just not getting it there. How much HP? 15 HP. So even if a creep hits that is a dead tower. There we go. 6 towers down at 20 minutes in. Right now Team Apex is storming through the game. We're actually having a colon 3 trying to surrender but not actually allowing it. So we're seeing a Bloodthirster, and it looks like Bloodthirster, sorry, on Sivir, and it looks like she's going for a Triforce. I've never actually seen a Sivir go for a Triforce. I'm going to have to see how that one works. Seen a Rod of Ages finished on Anivia, and it looks like she's going to go for a Death Cap. Seen a Bloodthirster on MF actually, with Merc Treads. Now it looks like Mayokai is just sat in their jungle trying to harass them. Right now that Blitzcrank hasn't done much support, and he's actually 0-7 with no assist. It's just proven too difficult right now for him to do anything. In comes the wall from Anivia, blocking him completely from the rest of his team. And even trying to walk through it didn't seem to work. Nivea there just planting a E and Glacial Storm there. Mayokai's route coming in onto Karthus. Karthus knowing he's a dead man. Everyone obviously keeping out with his AoE. And that is going to be a dead Morgana there with the route from Mayokai just to allow Sivir to catch her. It looks like they're actually going to try and tank it, but with barely any damage. I doubt they'll be able to take that. And Galio now pretty much trying to lead them away from the rest of their team by the looks of it. And we've got Sivir and Sona there. Now it looks like Blitzcrank is going to go down again, no problem. Barely any health, nor mana. And in comes the Sona roll onto MF there, just being harassed and absolutely destroyed. That looks like that's going to be the second inhibitor tower down. We've got Anivia actually almost falling there. Gallia's ultimate just coming in at the right time, taking out Karthus and Sivir. In comes the ultimate and not taking anyone. And Nivea there just getting away and barely any HP, 40 HP. She did have her passive though. Now this is looking like GG right now. In comes the Blitz Hook. That's not going to do much use right now. In comes the MF ultimate to try and back him off. Sivir just sat there like, nah, I'm cool. I'll sit here and chillax. Hooking Sona there, not doing much. Blitzcrank just getting absolutely destroyed. Dropping like anything. Now this is definitely GG right now for :3. Karthus going down. The Nexus actually slowly dropping. Gallia actually taking up the inhibitor. I'm not too sure why they knew it's over. And there is the game. So that means Team apeX.eSports is going to the finals for the Xmas tournament of ESL, while :3 are dropped out. Now, as I did say, this is now the finals for the tournament, and they'll be playing My Sports. Right, if I bring up the team here. Now this looks like it could be an interesting match, and I bloody well hope it is. Now this could be a very interesting match actually, looking at both teams.